It's showtime.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning. Happy Friday, everyone. Fernando Rivera Jr. here with the Common Sense and Random Shit show. Today is the random shit part of the show. No politics whatsoever. Boy Scout promise. I think that's what it's called. Honor. Whatever. Anyway, zombies, movies, and shows. My picks. You know, that guy right there, Fernando. That's me. Right? Yeah. The nerd. The movie buff. My wife is more of the gamer, but she enjoys movies as well. So Sundays is usually our let's watch something. You know, she's a big horror. I'm a big action, but I like horror. I got a movie coming out today that we're looking forward to watching soon. Conjuring. We have all of them and even have some collectibles. But anyway, zombies. Yeah. Now, remember, no script. I'm just going at it. And I'm talking about stuff that I enjoy. These are my picks. I'm not saying they're all spectacular, but they're good. They're actually really good. I wouldn't steer you wrong. Well, it depends if you're into this kind of stuff. But the first like two genders, movies that I want to talk about. Number one, let me see where I can go. Okay, this is a remake. It was good. Let's get into it first. Watch the trailer, and we'll talk after. But to me, this is probably the most freakiest and scariest beginning of any zombie movie other than World War Z. But I won't get into that right now. But this one was up top when it comes to how it started, how shit hit the fan really fast. And if you haven't seen it, give it a chance. Good thing to watch in a weekend if you have nothing else to watch and if you're not into football.
Hey, Vivian.
Anna, look, I can go backwards.
Let me see. Hey, that's amazing. Hey.
Hey, you. Vivian? Honey, are you okay?
Officials have declared a state of emergency.
Everybody they kill gets up and kills.
Residents are advised to find a safe place and stay there.
I've just been informed that we are going off the air and switching to the emergency broadcasting system.
Look up the road, there's a lot more of them. Why are they coming here?
Maybe they're coming for us.
Sooner or later, they're gonna get in here.
Our baby's gonna be fine.
It's only a matter of time.
It's coming.
They'll find a way in.
Oh, God.
Now, I got to say, I did not know. I was looking it up while I was watching the video. I should have looked this up before showing the trailer. Zack Snyder. I mean, you know what I mean? And James Gunn had something to do with this movie. Pretty interesting. I didn't know that. I know about George Romero, but I didn't know about Zack Snyder, which it explains a lot. It's a remake. It's actually better than the original. If you like horror, jump scares, this is a good one to watch. Probably one of the best zombie movies out in a long time till World War Z. But as I said, there are some faults with World War Z that I'm pretty picky about. But I won't get into that now because I'm not talking about World War Z. I'm talking about these movies. The thing about World War Z that got me was the one thing that got me that I kind of was like, even though I own the movie and I've watched it probably 20 times because it's good, is the idea that if you're dying, they won't attack you. These are brainless dead people. It's whatever. So it kind of takes the zombie out of the chemistry there. But anyway, now this next one. I'm sure most of you have seen it. 28 Days Later. It's zombie-ish, but it's called Rage because they're angry and they don't eat you, but they do bite. And if their blood gets on you, you're done. So you can say it's zombie. People call it zombie, but it's not really zombie. But we'll get into that. Check it out. If, as I said at the beginning, if you're not into football or any other sports and you have nothing to watch on Sundays, my wife and I will usually watch, but she's more of a football fan than I am, so maybe we might. I think it starts this weekend. I'm not sure. I am a fan, but then at the same time, I'd rather watch movies. But let's see. Check this out. If you haven't seen this, it's probably one of the best ones. New one came out 28 years later. Haven't watched it yet. I'm not sure the interest was there. 2 was okay, but this one, the original, a lot of times the original is always better. Check it out.
So who are you?
I wake up today in hospital. I wake up and I'm hallucinating.
I've got some bad news.
They're infected.
Infected!
Father.
Infected with what?
Oh, I shouldn't have done that.
The blood. There's something in the blood.
Lesson 1. You never go anywhere alone unless you've got no choice.
Hello?
Lesson 2. You only travel during daylight unless you've got no choice.
This really is a bad idea. You know why? It's obviously a bad idea.
We have to leave now. More will be coming. They always do.
They're dead. And you're gonna be next.
It's an older movie. I think 22 years old. I forgot to check the exact year it was. Then it's another one that's Fernando worthy. As I always say, I don't always say that. It is what it is. That's what I always say. That was actually good actors in it. Cillian Murphy, and I forgot the other guy that was in Edge of Tomorrow. He's always in a lot of good movies. He plays the older guy, the dad of. You'll see. But if you haven't seen it, if you want something to watch, this is a good movie to watch on the weekend, entertaining. You like horror? This is it. Now, A movie and a show. Dos. Two tenders. Both from Netflix. First one I want to talk about. This is a show, I believe. Hold on a second. Let me find it first. Now this. Black Summer. Okay, there it is. Sorry about that. It started without me wanting to. Black Summer. It's a Netflix show. Now, I'm going to make some Walking Dead fans angry. Listen, I watch Walking Dead religiously. I'm not a big fan of all the branch off, spin-offs and all that stuff. You know, the last one I think was okay with Michonne and Rick, because I'm a big fan of Rick. And I stopped watching The Walking Dead after Negan killed Abraham and Glenn, and then for 2 years I couldn't watch it. But then I got back into it. We watched it, a lot of episodes. It just wasn't the same. I thought The Walking Dead kind of changed after that. Kind of sucked. But anyway, Black Summer. It's a zombie show. Netflix, 2 seasons, should have been more. It ended in a huge cliffhanger that I think they should have kept going with, or somebody else should have picked it up. It's a couple years old. It's not just based on zombies, but let me tell you, this version of zombies is probably the scariest of all, because it isn't the zombies, only the zombies you got to worry about. It concentrates more on the survivors. It's a survival movie on how human nature and how we band together, click together, how different people with different crowds to survive a zombie apocalypse. Now, these zombies are fast. You know, and I've said before, that's the scariest zombie apocalypse, when they're fast. When they're slow, I mean, come on, really? Push them aside, just like Dawn of, what was it, Night of the Living Dead, the remake? I was going to talk about that one today, but then I watched the trailer and I was like, this was horrible. Because it was. But I still liked it. But I'm not talking about it because it's not my pick. Now, the survival of these people, it's twisted. And these zombies, the realistic part of the show that I like a lot was when zombies are running at you, and you have whatever gun you may have, realistically, if they're running at full speed, it's very hard to get a kill shot. And that they pointed that out in this movie, this show. Highly. It's pretty kind of thing like, oh shit. It's pretty freaky. But anyway, watch the trailer. I wish they had a 3rd season or continued this season, because this is a good human nature where we can be evil. But it's pretty sick. Survival, when it comes to survival, we would do anything, and this proves it. But check this out. This is the 1st season trailer. If you haven't seen it, look it up. I believe it's still on Netflix. It is a Netflix show. Yeah.
They don't have a plan for us. Everything is falling apart.
I lost my daughter. I need to go to the stadium.
You get out of here. We gotta make hard decisions.
Is there anywhere that's safe?
What I didn't mention, I should have. There's a character, one that doesn't speak English. I believe she's Asian. I forgot if it was Korean, because I haven't watched it in a couple of years. But even though she doesn't have that many lines, doesn't speak English, they make it so you can understand what's going on. just like with the guy who's deaf and mute and can't speak. Same thing. And the people who click together could not be more different from each other, but to survive, that's what got me hooked on this show. The survival instinct of the human race and how we do whatever we got to do. I mean, there's a cop in it that's just, and with some ex-military people that's just got his clique. Then you got regular Joe Schmoes, and you got, it's very interesting survival in a zombie apocalypse movie that, you know, honestly, I always say, if there were ever a zombie apocalypse, it's the humans you got to actually worry about more than the zombies, because we're evil. Now, this next movie, it's a Netflix movie. It's with Martin Freeman. Martin Freeman was in Black Panther. Both of them played an agent, and I think he was a few other Marvel movies. It's a good actor. I believe it's from Australia. So, and the movie takes place in Australia. It has to do with a couple had a child. The woman gets infected, and the man, being infected, tries to pretty much take his baby somewhere away from him before he fully turns, and him fighting with that instinct, that natural zombie instinct. Very interesting story. It's not crazy action, but it's one of those psychological thriller horror kind of movies. It's a good movie. Ed did kind of, it's pretty decent. Check this out. I believe it's still on Netflix. Pretty interesting.
You're the first people I've seen. The first people who are still people.
What's the count left on them?
46 hours, give or take.
They're setting out hunting parties. If you want to give this baby a second chance, you just stay away.
What's this?
Just making hay while the sun shines.
The sun's not shining, Beck. I'm not gonna hurt you. Promise you. Let's help each other. Rosie?
This way. We gotta find the clever man. If you're sick, he can give you good medicine.
If I don't make it to the hills, you're all I've got.
You can't lose hope.
Only girl you need to be worried about is your own.
We're here. So when things get back to normal, that's not gonna happen, is it?
I don't think normal's on the horizon.
It's different. It really is. You know, the acting's good. As I said, it takes place in Australia, and the story was good. You know, when I first started watching this, and my wife told me I never heard of it. But at first I was like a little skeptical. But then I kept watching. It was very interesting, and the story. It's a really good story. Not a lot of bullshit special effects and CGI, but it's good. Now, it pains me to talk about this show, but I have to, because I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be real. The first season was possibly the best. Story, action, everything you can possibly watch in a zombie-ish apocalypse type movie. It's not zombies though. It's a fungal infection that turns people zombie-like. And I played the game. So if you're a gamer, you were very happy with season 1 of The Last of Us. Season 2, bam, no. It went totally off the cliff when it comes to wokeness. Even though in season 1, episode 3, there is 2 gentlemen that just happened to be gay, but they didn't overdo it, and it was with no trannies. It's life. It's realistic, but there was no bullshit in it. The show was action. the season finale, as I was telling one of my coworkers, one of the owners of the restaurant. He's a big gamer. He played the game, and I told him, listen, it's that last episode. If you played the game, you're going to be very happy with. So it's very, very good. And even though Pedro is anyway, whatever, insane. But Last of Us, if you haven't watched it, forget season 2 existed. Just watch season 1. You don't need to watch season 2. It's great. It really is. Check it out. Trailer.
If you don't think there's hope for the world, why bother going on?
You haven't seen the world, so you don't know. You keep going for family.
I'm not family.
No. You're cargo.
Why are you so important?
Somewhere out west, they're working on a cure. I think what really impressed them was the fact that I didn't turn into a monster.
If she so much as twitches, don't.
Okay.
If I'm taking you with me, do what I say when I say it. You got any advice on the best way west?
Yeah, go east. If you come this far, then you know what's out there.
You're not gonna scare us.
Scared him?
You have a greater purpose than any of us could have ever imagined.
Be careful who you put your faith in.
You might not be her father, but you're someone's.
You trust me?
Now I gotta say, the first episode, if there's any movie show that you watch at the first 10 minutes grabs you, it really does. The game wasn't in the game. It pretty much had to do with, you know, an ABC show and some scientists, I forgot the study of fungus and all that, but shrooms or whatever it is, 1968, and explains some stuff that's just mind twist. You know what I'm saying? Because this infection actually exists, but it exists only in insects. I believe ants. And the reason it doesn't jump from the insects to humans because of temperature. There's a temperature that's too high, I think it is, or whatever it is, that it won't survive, so it immediately dies. But the first 5-10 minutes, whatever it may be, it explains that what if it would evolve? And the guy says, we're done. We're dead. We're done. And it's pretty twisted because there is no controlling that, and it's freaky as shit. Now, let's not forget, it's not just movies. I am not a gamer like my wife. My wife is a gamer, and she is playing a game right now that if you're into zombies, this is probably one of the best ones. You know, yes, Dead Island was okay. You know, her and I played split screen Modern Warfare 2, I believe, Call of Duty. But we play in one of the levels where you go up levels and get in split screen. It gets harder and harder. You get better weapons, and you know, Duga. For anybody that knows what I'm talking about, Alpine. That's one of my favorite boards. Ruka, and it's very interesting. But this here, I'm watching her play this. It's like watching a movie to me. And the hordes. If you thought the hordes in World War Z were bad, if you watched it in this game, it's funny watching my wife when she's trying to fight these hordes and she gets destroyed, because everybody gets destroyed at first. These hordes are ridiculous, worse than World War Z if you've seen it. But the game is pretty good, and the story itself is actually pretty interesting. You know, I'm sitting here watching it like it's a movie. It's She's been playing it for a month, and my wife does not miss a damn thing. When she plays a game, she tries to get 100% all the time. Doesn't miss shit. She's trying to avoid the next level, so she's doing everything possible and racking up on shit and skill points. But the story's pretty good. Movie-like almost.
You know, we never talked about it while we still wore the colors. All this time out in the freak show when shit like this didn't matter anymore. When we wrote out a farewell without Sarah, I knew that we were leaving everything behind.
What did you do?
Everything that mattered was gone.
Folks here in a lot of pain, Deke. You find his stash. You bring it to me. To me, Deke. You do that, we'll see what we can do for you.
Deke, bro. And I know what kind of man he is. What he's done. He done any worse than you? Ricky? How about me?
You're afraid to be here. You're afraid to be a part of something. We need you here, and that scares the hell out of you.
We have to look out for each other. It's all we got.
You could have saved a few lives. There was no hope, there was no time, there was no room, okay? We'd already turned on each other by the time the hordes arrived.
Hope you're right about your old lady, Deke. Gotta ask you something. What does it matter if everyone else is dead?
It's a game. It's kind of crazy because, like I said, the story, the writing on this was movie-esque. You know, and I'm watching my wife literally, she's playing it now. She's been playing it for several weeks now because, like I said, she likes to do 100%. But it's interesting that the missions you do, you know, when I first saw this game, this was just a trailer, no gameplay. I thought it was a game about riding the bike everywhere, but it really isn't. There's a lot of good gunplay, missions. I've played that island. I played 1 and 2 and finished them both. Modern Warfare, we kick ass all the time together. Even played single sometimes. Big screen is sometimes fun. It's fun when it's playing it by yourself, but with her and I as partners, we kick ass. But to me, watching her play this, you know, what was the other game that she played? Not Days Gone, because that's this. I forgot what it was. I had to do with zombies too, but watching this one, the other one was more not realistic. This one kind of is. You know what I'm saying? Even the weapons and the shots, it's just, to me, is more realistic. And like I said, the story. If you're a gamer, this is a good game to get into. It's old. It's not even a new game. They have a remastered one, and she had a choice to get the remastered or regular. She got the regular, and she's like, this is actually pretty good as it is. She didn't need it, but there's rumors that it might be a second part. I thought I saw a trailer. I don't know if it was fan-made yesterday, but I think when she finishes, I might try this game. This is a game that I think I might get into. Zombies! Just saying. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Please like, share, subscribe to my channel. 90% of my content is going to be me talking shit about the left and sharing other conservative channels. Want to help the channel out, please do so. Anything is appreciated. Buy me coffee. Forgot my coffee cups. I got my Spider-Man regular cup. Coffee's getting kind of cold really fast. But anyway, zombies. It is what it is. Love you guys. Stay true to the red, white, and blue. As I said, if you're not into sports, these are some good picks. I wouldn't steer you wrong unless you're scared and you're a wuss. Just saying. Check out my outro. There's something at the end for everyone, so don't go away. Watch it. Ladies! I do that every day. I don't know. did I get you?